I'll raise a word of prayer and then I'll begin. God, I thank you for this moment. And I thank you for this family right here, One Africa, Swahili Nation. Our mission is to defend and to protect the image and heritage of Africa. Is to decolonize the mind through authentic knowledge and to build, to create a bridge for oneness, Africa. And as I'm speaking today, give me wisdom and give all of us understanding to know what to do next. In Jesus' name, amen. Guys, I don't know why you guys are here right now. If you have seen my posts on social media, I just posted a couple seconds ago, and I gave a little bit of heads up that I didn't plan to do this live stream today, and I was just on a phone call, and I realized that I need to do this. So let me just say this before I begin, that it might get rough a little bit with this live stream, but it's gonna be amazing. So do me a favor, do this right now before I begin to share what I want to share. Copy this link and share with someone. Share on your social media. I know here in Africa, a lot of people are sleeping right now because it's 12:40 or they're partying. It could be any one of those, but this is very important moment. And in my life, I'll say this, in my life, I've never been sure like the way I am right now. I've never been sure about my mission. I've never been sure about my calling. I've never been sure about what I am supposed to do, like right now in this very moment. And I'm going to share with you guys something that all of you know. You guys, you know this, you have heard this, maybe you even spoken about this before. And we all know as Africans, but I think we are not serious about it. We talk about it, we know, but we are not serious about it. Because I'll ask you this question. If you want to pass an exam and you fail, after seeing your result, I'll ask you this one question. I'll ask you that, how much do you want to pass your exam? How much do you want what you want? How much do you want this person? How far are you willing to go to get what you want? That's what I'll ask you. If you want to pass your exam, you have to pass your exam. Because it's going to show on the homework you get. You'll be doing, the time that you'll spend in studying, the investment that the opportunity cost that you need to go. Maybe some people, they'll even stop hanging out with friends. I remember back in the days, we used to put our legs, I'm talking as if, I'm 40 years old, but we used to put our legs in the cold water, right? You have a cold water and something like this, you put inside because you don't want to sleep, right? Just because you want to pass your exam, you want to have a good result. So if I don't see good result of the exam you're doing, I'll ask you, my question will be, how much did you want to pass this exam? Because maybe the desire and the want, the desire in our hearts to see change, the desire in our heart to want something is not good enough. And maybe that's why we are not getting what we want. Maybe the us seeing a united Africa, or Africa full of love, peace, and unity, maybe it's not that much. That's why we do not see what we want. So I want to ask you this question before I begin sharing with you guys what I'm going to share with you. What I'm going to share with you guys today, it's very sensitive and it's very dangerous. But we have to show how much we want, us as Africans, how much we want for our countries, how much we want for this continent, how much we want for the Black people all across this world, how much we want. And I want to lay my foundation based on that. How much do we want to see change? Because the much, I'll use that word, the much we want to see change, that's how much we are going to work. That's how much we are going to speak. That's how much we are going to sacrifice. That's how much we are going to do everything it takes because we want something. If I want water so bad, right now it's like 12 a.m., right? It's 12 a.m. here where I am. It's almost 1 a.m. If I want so much to eat food right now, if I want so much, so very much, you know what I will do? I'll get out of this hotel. I'll go to find whatever. I'll go to try to find everywhere I can just to get a food or to get water to drink. But if I don't want much, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go out and find water. I'll just go and sleep. I'll be like, you know what? I'll drink tomorrow. It all depends on how much we want to see change. In your life, you're going through something and you want to see change. How much do you want to see change? Do you speak about change, or are you ready to act? Do we speak about change? Do we speak about the Africa we want, and we are not willing to sacrifice that much to see the Africa we want? Because it's not going to happen by miraculous. We're going to need to put effort. And I'm going to share with you something. So today, if you can, please copy this link, share with somebody. Don't be selfish. Copy this link, share with somebody. Because it's very important what we're going to talk about right now. Copy this link, share with somebody. I'll give you some few seconds and then I'll begin. Because I will put the mission here on the screen. When we came up with this mission, guys, I never really, I know some of you are still trying to get this mission, but today I'm going to talk about the first part, to defend the image and heritage of Africa, to defend and to protect the image and heritage of Africa. And what I'm going to focus on today is the heritage of Africa. That's what I'll focus on. This is the mission of One Africa. This is One Africa we want. This is what we stand for. So today, I went to visit this place, right? And most of you guys knows that I'm here in Gonda, and I went to visit the castle, the Fasil Castle. And I'll tell you this, that I've been trying to be honest with you guys from the beginning, and I'll say this, that my honest truth, I've visited so many places, and I've been here in Gonda for 1 day, but it has been the best experience. Ever since I got here to Ethiopia, I went to so many places, and I told you guys my favorite places. I've been here in Gonda for 1 day, and just 1 day today. In the morning, we visited a church, and then in the evening, I went to the castle, Fasil's castle, to say it has been the best experience in Ethiopia. And I'll share with you guys about Fasil Castle. And the videos are coming, so you guys will see. But before that, it's very important to have this conversation. So I visit the castle, and you know, there's an office there of people who, you know, they guide, and luckily, all these people, they knew who I was because they've been watching my videos. They've been watching everything. And, they were telling me that, hey, man, we have been talking about you almost all the time here. Every time we sit here, we just talk about you. So when you go there, usually, you have to pay money to see, and I was just sitting there having my coffee, right? And I didn't know that these guys knows me. There were like a lot of guys, like 20 different guys that were there. And they're like, you know what? For you, I just got a message that, hey, you are not going to pay any pen of money. And second, we are going to give you a tour guide who is going to guide you for free because of what you've been doing. Yeah, so it was incredible. I just cannot wait to share the videos with you guys. It was amazing. The moment that we had, the connection and all this stuff, we had an incredible experience. And that was just the beginning. And so, I came with this this tour guide, and he was leading me through different region and explaining to me all these different palaces and the history of that place. Shout out to this guy. His name is Muhammad. This guy, he's an amazing guy. He's crazy guy. He just has so much knowledge. He's very kind. He's a handsome man. He's just the perfect example of African. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's who we are. That's the image of Africans. That's who we are, right? So this guy, he's working with me and then showing me all these different places. I've done reaction of that place before. And I've seen a lot of songs and everything. Being there, witnessing, walking on those roads, entering in these buildings that has so much richness in history and the foundation of this country, the foundation of Africa, just walking and see all these places, I was very emotional. But I try my best not to cry. So you're not going to see my tears on those videos. But as I was listening to this history, and I'm trying not to look at the screen right now because I don't want to cry. So as I'm listening to all this history of this place, I realized one thing. This place, it was built for almost 400 years ago. And I want to say this before I say that what I'm going to say today it's not just about the fossil castle, and it's not just about Ethiopia, but it's about Africa. Because the same thing I've seen there is the same thing that our countries, even more, our countries have gone through in Africa. When you go to Tanzania, you'll see how much that country, you go to Zanzibar, you'll see the slave trade area, like they call Stone Town, right? A place where they used to, pretty much crucify people and kill them and sending them all the way to Oman to go to other parts of the world for slave trade. You go to different countries in Africa that has been colonized, and you will see, how many things have been done in this place, how many damages have been done. In my hometown back in Tanzania, when you go to Iringa, you will see the king. There's one king, how they were killed, hanged, right? All this stuff. It's that part of the history, but we need to talk about it because if we want to defend the image and heritage of Africa, we have to know what kind of heritage we are talking about. We have to know what kind of image we are talking about. The image that was there before colonization, it was destroyed. The heritage that were there before colonization, they were destroyed and taken away. So when we're talking about defending and protect, we have to understand the image and heritage. I'm going back to the point. I'm walking on this road, and I'm hearing the story of this place, of this amazing place. I'm looking at the castles. And this guy, Muhammad, is showing me the places that have been, they were destroyed, right? They were destroyed by British and by Italians back then, right? You all know that there were a little bit of, not a little bit, there were a huge, war during, I think, World War III, if I'm not mistaken, between Italians and British. And you all know that Italians, they had to attack, Somalia, and they attacked Eritrea as well. And, British, what they did, they came back here, they attacked the castle and everything just to pay back, right? But what has happened in all this beautiful and amazing building is that this building were destroyed. So I'm looking at all these walls that are still standing there for almost 400 years. They're still there. That means if British, they didn't attack, they didn't bomb these places, they would have been standing until today. I'm looking at these amazing architects that has been designed by Africans, guys, amazing architect that has been standing there for almost 400 years, man. I'm walking around and then I see all this sauna and steam. I didn't know that we had sauna back then, man. All this building of sauna and steam. I'm like, I thought sauna was like the new thing recently, but it was there in the ancient time, right? So I'm looking at all this beautiness of the history, the beautiness of this image, the brilliance of Africans who design all these places. You can see that everywhere across the continent of Africa, right? I'm looking at this. You can go to Egypt and you'll see all these pyramids that they were built by Black people, blood, sweat, and tears, working so hard to build all these amazing pyramids are right there, right? These are Africans, guys, we're talking about. They built our countries. They built our nation. The foundation of Africa, they're built by us. And then you have colonizers who came, basically took advantage of us. Yes, some of them, I mean, they came with a good face, beautiful face, bringing the gospel. You all know the story of Cape Town, right? And we welcome them because this is who we are as Africans. We are open-minded. We love, it's just the only thing we know about is love. Some people, they're saying, yeah, that, you know what, because of religion, that's why we've been very forgiving. Don't even talk about that, because we were forgiven even before they introduced all this religion to us. Because we had our own religions, we had our own norms and traditions that we used to believe in. The foundation of this continent, the foundation of our cultures and everything that we have, it's based on love, it's based on respect, it's based on hospitality. You can come to my home today, I'll give you my bed, I'll sit down. That's just who we are. Go outside, it's not the same thing. You go, you visit, you cannot even visit the house of it. If you're a stranger, you cannot. You don't have a place to visit. So this is who we were, even before they came with this good image, right? And we welcome them. And, you know, God is so good because God, he uses anyone. It's just like how God is using me right now to speak this message, right? It's not like I'm qualified and, you know, I'm at the right point to talk about things that I'm talking about. God is just using me because I am available, right? I'm not perfect. I'm a sinner, you know, man, like pretty much more than all of you who are watching here. But God is using me, right? So God, he can use anyone, anything to deliver his message, no matter how it comes like. But God can just use anyone, all right? That putting aside. So we welcome them, we embrace them, and they saw what we did have. They saw these amazing people, kind people, who they had so much richness, and they didn't know that this is richness they had. They took advantage of that. That's how welcome all these things, colonization and everything, because we had a lot of spies back then. Getting back to the point. So I'm walking, I'm looking different stuff, and I'm entering in this one library, old library. Muhammad is telling me that this used to be a library, and King this and this and this built this library, and we had all kind of materials right here in this library that they were written by our ancestors back in the days. The stories of Africa, like everything. You can think about anything, because back in the days, our people used to write, man. We think like these days, like people are writing. No, man, Africa back in the days, they used to write. And you know where they used to write? They used to write on the skin, or on the like animal skins. That's where they used to write. Write the stories, write the history, write everything. And when you think about our ancestors, when you think about the founding fathers of our nations across the continent of Africa, man, these people, they had vision for Africa. These people, they had heart for Africa. They had love for Africa. These people, they saw like 2,000 years later, and they were living like 2,000 years ago. If you go to Tanzania and you listen, right now, you can go on YouTube, listen to what Julius Kambarage Nyerere was talking back then. Man, it's happening today. These guys, they were like prophets that were sent by God to speak about 50 years later, 60 years later, 70 years later. They spoke about it and they wrote them. So we're in this library, and so what was going on in my mind? This is my point, guys. What was going on in my mind is, oh, this library is empty right now. So I was thinking maybe all these documents and all these papers that were in this library, maybe they are saved somewhere in the museum here in Ethiopia. And so I'm asking Muhammad that, hey, where are all the books that were here? Where are all these, whatever that were written here? Where are those? And we all know where they went because they were stolen. They were stolen. You can go to the countries that were colonized by friends. They stole it. Jewelries, books, everything, all the heritages that we had, all the stories that we had, they were taken away. Muhammad is telling me this, that if I'm not mistaken, the country Italy, he said today when you go to, I think it's Vatican, he was talking about Vatican, you go there, there's this one huge museum and all this stuff, actually right now, they're all across Europe, they're all across the world. Like people, it's kind of like they're divided to one another. They're everywhere. Things, stuff that belongs to Africa, they're outside, they're everywhere. And he said when you go there, there's this one place, there's this one like specifically room, like they have all the materials from Ethiopia, all these things that were taken a long time ago. And he told me this, that, oh, actually Ethiopians, when they go to visit this place, they're not allowed to enter in. And I was asking myself, the books, the materials that they were written by our ancestors, the jewelries that they were made by our ancestors, our people, our Africans, they're all over the world. We know that some of the materials that have been moved back because we asked for it. We asked for it that, hey, can you bring it back? But most of our materials are out there. And let me tell you this, why this is so significant, because all these materials, all these books, all these heritages of Africa, they were written by our people, by the leaders who had a vision for our countries and this continent. They wrote the secret, they wrote the vision, they wrote all this stuff that we will never get a chance to know what is in there because it's no longer here. And ask yourself why we don't get them back. Because most probably they know exactly what is in those documents. And they don't want to bring them back. Because if I bring them back, they will know exactly who they are. They'll know exactly where they're coming from. They know exactly all these kind of like things that have been written, all this heritage, all this richness that Africa had for so long. They were taken away. They're gone, just like that. So we'll never get to know our history before colonizations because all the materials that were written were taken away by colonizers. Not taken away, they were stolen. And today somebody standing out there is criticizing Africa. Man, we are loving people. We never stole at the first place. We never invaded anyone. We never just went to another country and killed anyone. We're just kind. We didn't even know. We're just kind. We're just loving. Yes, we had our own issues. But these guys who wanted to dismantle Africa because they were fighting enough, whatever they were. They fought so much and they had to find some other place because the only thing they knew is killing people. Only thing they knew is killing people and taking advantage of others. So they found this beautiful continent called Africa with so much richness, so much beautiness. Civilization, man, began in Africa. Nobody can argue with that. It began in Africa. Look at the history, man. Look at things that were built in Africa thousands and thousands of years ago. One of the greatest empire of all time, it was Egyptian empire, long time ago. Here in Ethiopia, you all know that what happened in this country. In different countries across this Africa, one of the greatest empires, man, they were here. And back in the days, you see even Ottoman Empire was trying to actually collaborate with Egyptian. Back in the days. But every single thing, every single good thing, it was taken away. Okay, I've heard this history. I've read this history, right? I know, we know these things, but I don't know if you ever took a time to think about it, that you have everything in Africa and you're home, and then someone invaded in your country, take what you have, not take, stole, take it by force and kill your people, destroy all these heritages, all these amazing building, amazing structure, destroy them. All right, okay, you can destroy buildings, but killing people and take them away. And yet, today we are in 2022, there are still a lot of African stuff all across the world, and they don't want to return it. Not Italians, not British, not this guy, France, whoever are them, Arabs, whoever are those people. They don't want to return it. So remember what I said at the beginning. How much do we want to see a change? Man, the title of this message today is Bring Back What is Rightful Ours. For so long time, our governments, our leaders have been requesting for our stuff back, requesting. We are not in a position of requesting. We're in a position of demanding what is rightful ours to bring back to Africa. I don't know if you guys, you understand that these are things that defines who we are. These are books that are talking about it. We don't even know what is written in those books because they're not written in the languages that we are speaking right now. They're written in the ancient language that right now they're trying to translate them and send the books back to us, telling us the story about Africa. Do you even ask yourself why a lot of books that are written about the stories of Africa, they're written by them, whites and not blacks? Because they have all the materials. They have all the materials. They were written not in this language, not in English, not in Amharic, not in Swahili, the languages we speak right now, but they're written in the ancient languages. And what they do, they translate, they read it, and they write all these stories in the way they want it to write. Today, when you go to those countries, you know, you will never go to the history class in German, and they're talking about everything they did in Africa or everything they did in your country. They're not teaching them that. The only thing that they're teaching about Africa is things that we are trying to defend right now. We're trying to change the image of Africa. That's the only thing that they're teaching them. They don't teach them how awful they were, taking advantage of Africa, taking everything away from Africa, killing our people, destroying our heritages and our image and everything. I am saying this not to raise hatred toward these people, because we have to acknowledge that this is the new generation. So I'm not saying this to raise hatred, but I'm raising this point for you guys to know what One Africa, we are in the mission to bring, to defend the image and heritage of Africa. And the heritage of Africa right now, we don't have it because it's not here in Africa. It's somewhere there in Europe. It's scattered all over the world. And some of them, they were lost just somewhere there. And we are here asking for our stuff back. We are not in a position of asking. We're in the position of demanding that bring what is rightful ours because it belongs to us. You stole it. You are a stealer. You are a thief. That's who you are. And I asked Muhammad a question. I was like, Muhammad, did Italians apologize to what they did in the past? He said, yes, they did. I can ask for you guys, for your countries, if it is British, if it is German, if it is wherever, maybe they did apologize. Well, I always preach about forgiveness. We have to forgive one another, but we can never forget. And apologizing by words without showing action, it has no meaning. You apologize for what you've done in the past, and you're still holding what is rightful ours. Why are you holding them? If you truly regret for what you've done, why are you still holding them? And that's why even these leaders that are right now reigning in their countries, they are still as guilty as those leaders back in the days who decided to kill our people and colonize our countries, because they are in the position of making decision to bring back everything that was stolen during colonization, but they're not bringing it back. And we don't even need to ask. You look at this does not belong to us. Bring back where it belongs. It belongs here in Africa. There's a lot of big museum in France and different other countries in Europe that you go, you learn the history of Africa, you see all the stuff that were bought from Africa, but what are we getting, Africa? What are we getting, Africa? How much do we want our heritage back? It's the time to demand everything that has been stolen away from Africa to be brought back. We need them back. We need them back. And this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. Africa, we cannot leave this to leaders. Cannot leave them because they're too much attached by them. I don't know what kind of contract they have. I don't know what kind of treaties they have. They're too much attached by them, with all the loans and aids that we receive. And I understand leading a country is not easy. And when you see people are dying, when you see that you need money, yes, you're going to stretch your hand to ask for loan. Everybody asks for that. So I'm not to talk about that. I'm not to bash about that. They're doing the best they can to keep our country moving. So shout out to them. But we as the people, we can demand what is rightful ours to bring them back. Bring back all the jewelries that you took away from Africa. Bring back all the books, all the materials, all the ancient stuff, everything, man, that has been taken. Those are heritages of Africa. Those are things that our ancestors wrote for us, prepared for us, that we're supposed to be reading our stories today, but we don't know because we don't have the materials. Materials have been taken away. And in our schools, we're reading the history of Africa using the books that have been written by them. What are we learning, Africa? What kind of education system do we have? Why are we learning about our own continent from the source that has been written not by our people? Okay, our people, they don't have anything to write because we don't have the materials. Materials that defines Africa, where we are coming from, our identity, our true nature, who we truly are. They are in those books, they are in those materials that we don't have them in Africa. They're there in Europe. What are they doing there? If they truly regret for what they've done, why are they still keeping it there? Why they cannot bring back what is rightful ours? They stole it. So you're still a thief if you're still keeping what is not yours. Bring it back. I don't care what kind of contract you have, but bring it back because it's not belong to you. And I cannot ask this alone. I want you guys who are watching here to ask, bring back what is rightful ours, because it is rightful ours. And from that point, that's where we will begin to learn and to understand what is Africa. What is Africa? Because these leaders, these amazing writers back in the days, man, I look at these buildings in this facile place, I forget, man. Facile Castle, right? Facile Castle. I'm looking at this and I was asking who designed this, and I was like, oh, they're Ethiopians, Africans. I'm like, dang, man, 400 years ago, it's still standing. Today, people are designing houses, and you have an earthquake little bit, the house is going down. Today, guys, not only here in Africa, all across the world. But our people designed these houses for almost 400 years ago. British, they came, they bombed it. They're still standing there. These areas have been dismantled. Those are heritage of Africa. Right now, they're coming in, they say, okay, this is UNESCO heritage. What kind of UNESCO heritage? Do you think we want to be recognized by UNESCO that this is the World Heritage Place? You destroy and you try to recognize it again. Man, Africa, I'm saying this again. We can forgive, but we cannot forget what has been done to our staff, to our people. The amount of numbers of people that died during colonization in Africa is ridiculous. The amount of number of our people that were being taken during slave trade and go all over the world, you cannot. That's why our people there. That's why our people are struggling in diaspora. You're black, you're struggling in the US because that's not your home. You were taken away there as a slave. And now, yes, you're born there. And this is happening like it's... That's why in this world, man, you will never see the system that is working for black people. Because they were taken away from home. You all know the history of the US. You know it. That country was built by black people, by slaves, by our people who were taken away. Those people will go, you see them in Brazil, you see them all across the world. They were born there a long time years ago. They're living there. Some of them, they think this is our home. But whenever they experience racism, whenever they experience all this like brutality, they realize that this is not our home. And most of them recently, they begin to find their roots back in Africa. Like, where am I coming from? Because this is their home. But the system of this world, how it has been built by these colonizers, they built in a way that it never worked for black people. Not only outside of Africa, even inside of our own continent. And why? Because our heritages, things that we had, things that were written by our ancestors were taken away. So today we have a generation that do not understand, do not know what is Africa. They only know Africa after colonization. And why is that? Because they told us, because of the books we are reading in schools. We have crazy, crappy education system that is always telling us about World War I, World War II, and all this stuff. But we have so much before that even me, I don't know, even you don't know, and we don't know. Even our leaders don't know, because they are in those documents and those materials that have been taken away for a long time. Ask yourself why they never return all of them back. Why we keep asking them and again and again and again and again. Well, I said this in video today. I cannot wait for you guys to see these videos. But if I know that I'm holding this water because my dad stole it and I'm still keeping it, I'm a thief. I'm as guilty as my dad. And it's a shame. If this world, if we care about humanity, I'm telling you, even British people, even Italians, even Germans, even all these French people, all of them will actually stand with Africa to say that bring back what is for Africa. If this world was fair, but it's not. Well, we cannot wait for them to stand and to speak for us. We got to stand and speak for ourselves. And this is what we're going to do, One Africa. We are going to write a letter, because that's what we have been doing. When the situation happened in Mali and those people were killed in Niger, our people, we wrote a letter to the president of France. He didn't respond. I shared everywhere on YouTube. I tagged him on Instagram. I tagged him on Twitter. I tagged him on Facebook. I tagged him. He didn't respond the letter. But a couple days later, we heard the news that he's taking troops away from Mali. When our people, they were stuck in the Ukraine, Sami region, a couple days ago, we wrote a letter. And a couple days later, our people, they were released and they went back home. We're going to write a third letter. We're going to write a letter to all the colonizers around the world who colonized Africa, to bring back every single thing, even if it's a cent, every single thing that was taken away from Africa, our heritage, our pride, our identity, what defines who we really are, who we really was, who we are going to be, to bring them back. We're going to write a letter. That's what we can do as One Africa. But you guys, I want to ask you one thing. From now onwards, until we get every single thing, every single heritage of Africa, until we get every single pen of this, I want you guys to speak about it. I want you guys to speak about it. Bring back what is rightful ours. We are not asking, we're demanding, because it's ours. You stole it, you are a thief if you're still keeping what is not yours. Bring it back. It's not yours. It's simple as that. You're sorry for what you've done. You're sorry for how much you dismantled Africa. You're sorry that the consequences of colonization is still happening even today. You're sorry about that? You're really sorry about that? Bring back what is not yours. Bring back what is ours. And you know it because you have them in your museum. Bring it back. If you want to learn about Africa, then you will come here in Africa and you will see in our museum, but not in your museum. Bring it back. For this man, I don't want to debate. You know, I don't want to hear the reason. I don't want to hear that. Just it's not yours. It's as simple as that. And I'm telling you guys, it's a time to help us, to help our governments. Because they've been writing a lot of letters. They've been asking for a long time, for so many years. Oh, would you bring back? Would you bring back? And these people have been playing with our mind. And I'm telling you, man, you're sitting there and then you say, man. What our people went through when they were fighting for independence, when they were fighting for us. Man, do you know that those guys, those kings, those leaders, those soldiers, you know, when they were fighting for our independence, do you know what they were thinking? They were thinking that I gotta fight for the better Africa tomorrow for my kids, because I want my kids to be in a better world. That's what it was in their mind. They were fighting for what is rightful theirs, that this is ours. This is my country. I'm being killed in my own country. Why am I killed in my own home? My brothers and sisters have been taken away for slavery. Yet I'm here home in my own country. You kill me. And do you know who they took away? They were picking those people who are strong, energetic, to go to work for them like slaves. And they did it. Those are our people, man. I was walking around this castle. You know what? What I was hearing, I was like seeing the vision. I'm walking in the castles, but I could hear the cries of our people. I could hear the cries, man. I'm walking, I'm talking to Muhammad, and we have other two guys. I could hear the cries of our people who bled so much blood for this continent, for our countries, to keep us independent, to give us victory. I could hear their cries that, guys, what are you doing? We fought for you. We fought for you to be in a better world. Is their blood in vain? It's not in vain. We cannot forget. We cannot forget. This story is not being told or taught in their countries. They're not teaching them. Go to history class. They're not teaching them what exactly they've done to Africa. They're not teaching them. We are the only one who knows it because we are the victims. We know it because we experienced it. And today, man, I'm really pissed off that we even have neo-colonization these days. They're still trying to take over. They're still trying. With everything that they've done in the past, those guys, and then they say, okay, those people who colonize you, they're no longer here. We're a different generation. No, get out of here, man. You're still the same generation. Because you're not giving back what is yours. And you're still trying to colonize. Well, it's human nature. They'll never stop because they feel like they're superior. But man, I'm telling you, the beginning of civilization is Africa. The first man to be found, it was found here in Africa, man. It's the beginning of everything. This is the genesis. Africa is the genesis of humanity. And Africans, I want you guys to understand. I want you guys to keep this in your mind, to understand who you are, man. And then you find some Africans, they look down on themselves. You found some Africans, they are struggling because of racism. Man, I'm telling you this. Don't even struggle with that, because those guys, they don't know who you are. You have got to know yourself, who you truly are, what you do have. And the reason why we don't have, because they have been taken away. They've been stolen. And they will do everything they can in their power not to bring it back. Ask yourself a very simple question. Why they're not bringing it back? Why? Ask yourself, why? No matter how much I think, I can never get like a good reason why. I cannot. I cannot. This does not even belong to them. It belongs to us. It's not your history. It's our history. Why are you not bringing back? Maybe even most of them have been destroyed already. Maybe most of books have been already banned. Maybe we can never get them back. Maybe that's the reason why. And we'll never find out, man. You know, one of the most important things, man, is writing. Is writing. That's why we have Bible. We have Quran, because it was written a long time ago. And we're using up to today. And you all know me as a Christian. I know how everything, you want to know everything, man, is in the Bible. Every single thing is in the Bible. Everything, things to come, things that didn't happen, it's in the Bible. Everything is in there. Everything. These days, a lot of people are shocked that, you know, oh, there's this this thing about like same-sex things, same-sex marriage. Man, it happened 1,000 years ago. It's in the Bible. It was written. People are just repeating what was there a long time ago. It's everywhere. Everything. There is nothing new under the sun. You'll find everything. It's written in the Bible. And I cannot compare, but the materials, the books that were written by our ancestors, these are people that God gave them another eye to see 1,000 years later, to write, to predict the future, to write what Africa will be, to write the story, the background of Africa, the current situation, to write the strategy, how they defend, how they protect, how they won. Yesterday, we hear all these stories, we're telling, but all these stories, man, have been manipulated so much. We have authentic knowledge, and it's in our books. Bring back what is rightful ours. I'm not even asking for something new. I'm not even asking for something that is out of this world. I'm asking for what is mine. Because those stuff, those heritages belongs to Africa. And it is supposed to be in the hands of Africans. And it's so sad because they know everything. They read everything. They translated it. And they'll give us, it's like the leftovers. That's what they'll give it to us. I don't know if we know how much we have lost, but it's more than what we think. What they have is more than what we think they do have. And maybe some of them will never get them back. And we'll never get to know. But it's not too late. And I'm going back all the way to how I started. How much do we want to see change? The mission of One Africa is to defend and protect the image and heritage of Africa. That's the first thing there. The image of Africa, you know, right now is nothing compared to reality of Africa. I'll say that again. The image of Africa, the image you know about Africa right now, is nothing compared to reality of Africa. The image you know right now is what they told you. You know what colonization did? It basically erased the history of Africa. It was a dark age. But you know what? You can kill a messenger, but you'll never kill a message. You can keep our heritage in your hands. But you know, the same spirit that led our ancestors 1,000 years ago, 100 years ago, the same spirit of God is leading us today. The same spirit that spoke to them about Africa, the same spirit speaking to us today. God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He does not change. He is constant. We as human beings, we change all the time. We have different face. We have social media face. We have reality face. We have this image. We put on the mask. We are the one who are changing all the time. But God does not change. And I'm telling you, the same God who gave this mind brilliance to our ancestors, the same God He is giving us to us. We are the seeds of our ancestors. We are the seeds of our ancestors. We are the image of the Almighty God. And you can't play with that. You can't take that down. You cannot. You cannot. You can kill a messenger, you will never kill a message. Message still goes on because message is more important than a messenger. That's why what we are talking about today, guys, what I'm sharing with you guys is not new, man. is what our ancestors were talking about, is what ancestors they fought for. I don't want to take much time, but I want you guys to do this for me. Some of you here, you have YouTube channels. Some of you here, you have social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I want you to speak about this. Bring back our heritages. Bring back what is rightful ours. Write it everywhere. Write it everywhere. Let's start a campaign. Write it everywhere. Because the change begins with understanding who we are. Understanding who we are, it begins with reading our stories, our histories, understanding where we're coming from. Look at where we are and predict where we are going. Plan, prepare, pray for where we are going. Maybe that's why we seems not to change. Maybe that's why we seems to deal with the same issues all the time, because we don't know where we're coming from. We don't know. The way they wrote our stories, we just think like it's histories. No, it's reality. People, they actually lived in this region you see. What kind of dishumanity is this, killing some people just because you want to occupy the land? Just because they're defending their land and you're killing them. Man, these people were animals. This is animals behave. Even animal, that's a good way to explain it. Animal, it's so much better than human being these days. You would rather meet up with a lion in the middle of the jungle because he might spare you, because maybe he already ate some pigeon. Not pigeon, one. Some rabbits or some whatever it is. He might let you leave. The lion might let you leave. But not human being in this world we're living. And I'm saying that everywhere. I'm saying that for those people who are killing each other because of ethnicity. I'm saying for those colonizers who colonized us and they're still not bringing back what is rightful ours. You can change. You can change the course of history. You can change it by paying back for what you've done. You can change it. You can change it. Why you do not change? Why you do not change? Why we have to beg for what is ours? And diaspora, I know most of you guys who are watching here, diaspora. Come back home. Come back home. I would rather die here in Africa in hunger without a food than living somewhere else. I would rather die here in Africa with my people, with where my ancestors lived. They fought for. I'm telling you the truth. If they came back to life today and see how we are living and seeing how we are opening our doors without being careful, and this is really sad with most of leaderships we have, because we're still opening up the doors to all these people who colonized and dismantled Africa. We still open our doors and we're not watching out. We're not watching out. I love you, but I don't trust you. That should be our motto. That should be our motto. That should be our mindset. Yes, I love you. America, I love you. Italy, I love you. Man, British, I love you, man. Just love, energy, man. This is not hate. This is love. Telling you the truth, brutally honest with one another. I love you, but I don't trust you. That should... If you know what has happened to Africa, you can't just open your heart and trust just like that. You can't. You can't, man, because this is what brought us to where we are right now. We trusted them. You can trust him. And this is a topic that we need to talk and to remind each other every time. And again, I'm saying this, guys, this is not the hatred message. Maybe my face is too serious, but it's not a hatred message. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth that you can change. You have an opportunity to change. I know some of you are watching here. Speak to your governments to bring back what is ours. So share this message. Spread this message everywhere. That we are on a mission to defend the heritage of Africa and to bring back the heritage of Africa. Actually, we need to add something. Defend the image and bring back all the heritage of Africa. Let me write right here. All the heritage of Africa. To defend the image. That's beautiful. And heritage. Defend the image and bring back. Let's add here. We're in a mission. We're on a mission to defend the image and to defend the image and to bring back all the heritages of Africa. Bring back. We're updating a little mission here. You guys, you have no idea, man. One Africa. I told you guys before that we are on a battle. You think the fight for freedom, it was over 60 years ago? You celebrate independence today, you think it was done? No, it was not done. Guys, you guys can give me more ideas if it looks okay, or if you want to add something. To defend the image and bring back all the heritage of Africa. Bring it back. Bring back. I'm telling you, even God is with us. Because he knows it. He knows it. They bled. They shed blood fighting to protect. If they come back today, man, to life, I'm telling you, most of them, they'll be sad. They'll look at us. They'll be like, guys, we sacrifice our life in vain. Look at how you live right now. Look at how you do. Some of you are running away from Africa because you think there's a much better Africa, there's much better life outside there. That system, imagine, even in Africa, it's our own continent, but we still exploited in our own continent. How are you going to survive in somebody else's house that was built on the basis of racism, and that's how the system is? How are you going to survive? Well, not everybody is going to come back home. That's not what I'm saying, but I want you guys to understand that when you experience that, don't ever look down on yourself. Because they had to build a system for so long to make you feel inferior. And they're still doing it today. That's why I always talk about the 3 lies. Developed country, developing country. Third world country, first world country. Who say that? You? Who am I? Who am I? Am I supposed to listen to you? Because you say that you're a developing country. Then am I supposed to listen to you? I don't listen to you, man. I listen to God who created me. You're looking down on me because of my skin. And am I supposed to listen to you? No, man. I'm listening to God who told me that he created me in his own image. And some of you think Jesus was white. He was not white. He was created in the image of God. The image of God is black. The image of God is white. The image of God is yellow. The image of God is brown. That's the image of God. He is the image of God. Don't ever look down on yourself, because that is the greatest sin of all times. It's God. Oh, no, it's not really God. Greatest sin of all time. Greatest sin. No, it's not. Greatest sin. I cannot mention. GS. G-S-O-T. Don't ever look down on yourself, because looking down on yourself is looking down on God, who created you in his own image. I want Africans to walk with your chest like this. I want you to walk like this. All right. I want you guys to walk like this, because you are the image of God. And let nobody take that away from you. Let no history take that away from you. Let no racism experience take that away from you. Let nothing take that away from you. Let nothing take that away from you. Because you're the image of God. You're wonderfully and fearfully made. And Africa shall stand. In Africa, we have to wake up right now. Africa shall prevail. Africa, we will shine. Just like the speech Patrice Lumumba gave. The speech that they killed him for. You know how he was killed like an animal? You know what he said? He said, Congo will shine like a shining star. And they killed him. But you know what? They didn't kill a message. The message is still living on, man. I might be gone, but not the message. Because this video, it will be out there forever. Some of you, you'll be coming back and watch this video again. And sharing this video. But you know what? Let me tell you this, guys. Share right now while we are all still alive. Don't wait until I'm gone. And then you begin to share. Share it right now. Because it will be too late back then. Share it right now. Thank you, God, for using me today. Thank you, God, for speaking to us. Thank you, God, for loving Africa. God loves Africa, y'all. God loves Africa so very much. Don't ever take God out of your picture. Don't. Whether you feel holy, you feel sinner, don't ever take God out of your equation. You take God out of your equation, your life is meaningless. Maybe you don't believe in God today. I'm telling you this, just from one brother, African brother to another, you have got to believe in God. Man, usually I will tell you this, that, you know, maybe you don't believe in. No, I'm going to tell you the truth today. You better believe in God, because you don't have God in your equation, your life is meaningless. I'm telling you, it's meaningless. Where are you going? What are you doing? What are you working for? Who are you working for? Who are you working for? Because if you're working for your boss, I'm telling you, one day you'll be sick. You'll not be able to work anymore, and he'll move on. He will move on. He'll give you a leave, and he'll hire somebody else who can do a better job than you do. Who are you working for? Who are you working for? Do you know who you're working for? Most of us, we just jump into this job and that job, and we do not even think that, who am I working for? We're living a life without a purpose because we do not believe in God. You don't have purpose in your life. God is the purpose. God is the purpose. Who are you living for? Who are you living for, guys? Are you living for Africa? Because Africa is just a land that has been dismantled for so long time. Who are you living for? Do you know the purpose of your life? Do you know what you're called to do? Some of you all are doing things that you're not called to do. Some of you are working on stuff right now that are not your mission. Some of you even want to quit. Some of you cannot even concentrate. Some of you are doubting that, should I leave here? Should I do this? You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. And you'll never know what you're called to do if you do not know who called you to do that thing. So let's cut the bullshit. All right. I'm sorry for the language. Let's cut the bullshit. All right. Let's cut all these faces we put on, and let's cut that. And let's just be, for a second, let's be brutally honest with each other. I'll tell you this straight. You will hate me for this, but you don't believe in God, your life is meaningless. You don't have a purpose. You don't know your calling. How are you going to know the calling if you don't know who called you? It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Let's go back to our roots, man. Africans, we do believe in gods. We have God. We do believe it. We worship in different ways, but we do believe in this. Let's go back to our roots. That's why we want to bring back all the heritage of Africa, because that is our roots. That's our roots. So today, start that. I'm living the best life. I was having a conversation with my parents the other day. You know, I'll be very honest with you that they're worrying. My parents are worrying. Again, this is a personal thing, but I'll share with you guys. They're worrying. Why are they worrying? Because they're worrying for their son, right? And even me, if I'm a parent, I'll worry. They're worrying for their son. They're worrying that I don't have a job. It's so funny that they're having hard time to understand. They're worrying that their son, he's getting old. He's 29 years old, and he don't have a job that can provide money for him. They're worrying. I was talking to them just 2 days ago, and you know what my mama told me? My mom told me, Mika, come back home and let's talk. She told me to go back home. My mom, she don't tell me that. She don't tell me that. She's begging me to come back home to talk. When I was in South Korea studying, I miss my mom so much after 5 years. And then I called, I was like, Mom, I miss you. I want to see you. You know what my mama told me? Told me, no, don't come. You have to study. Stay there and study. This is my mom. This is what she told me. But today, she's calling me and telling me that, come back home, we need to talk. And I got a little bit sensitive after I heard that. It's like, so Mika, what is your plan? What are you going to do? I'm like, how are you going to provide for yourself? These are concerns that parents are worrying. And I do understand. And I'm going to go and sit down with them and talk to them. And it doesn't mean that they will change their minds, but they're worrying. But this is what I want you to know. They're my parents. I love them. I cherish them. It's everything to me. I can receive a call today and leave right away. I'll be doing this live stream, but if any member of my family calls me, I'll stop this. You guys have seen a lot of time. I'll talk to them because they're my family. I love my family more than anything in this world. But they didn't call me to do what I'm doing. God called me to do what I'm doing. So in this matter, yes, I don't have specific income. Yes, it's not going to provide my stable life. Yes, what I'm doing is dangerous. Yes, this and this. Yes, all these things I know and all these concerns I know. But I will never stop because that is my mission. And it's because I believe in God. The God who called me to do my mission. And I know what is my mission because I believe in him. I got to be honest with you. Some of you are doing your mission even without knowing. But imagine if you're doing your mission and you know that this is my mission. This is what I'm called for. Because each and every single one of us, we are called for a specific purpose and a mission. You're not here by coincidence. Even if your parents, you know, I'm not going to say that. That's going to be too direct. I'm sorry for saying this. I'm really sorry. But I need to speak to somebody here. I know I'm speaking to someone. I'm sorry for saying this. I'm really sorry. I want to apologize before saying this, but I have to say this, that some of us, I'm sorry, I have to say this, and this pains me that I have to say this. I'm really sorry. But some of us, we were born because our parents, or because my mom was raped. And as a result, I am here. You are there. And I know this. And I hate it. Because I think that I came by mistake. How can I come like this? How can the genesis of my story be like this? Some of us were an unexpected child, and we know it. Some of us were abandoned. You're born and your parents, they abandoned you. They gave you to somebody. And we know this. And we have been struggling throughout our lives. You have been struggling with that throughout your life, and you don't know how to get out of there. And you think you came by mistake. I'm telling you, there is no single human being who is alive right now came by mistake. There is no that person, regardless of whatever that happened in your genesis of the story, because that's not the end of your story. That's not the omega of your story. And guess what, man? God, He's the one who writing your story. It's not your mom. It's not your daddy. It's not that wicked daddy who abandoned you a long time ago. It's not that wicked daddy who raped my mom. It's not that. It's not that. It's not that. It's not that. God in heaven, man, He allowed you to be born. And the same God is still breathing you oxygen every single day. Do you know that oxygen, science is telling us that oxygen is coming from trees and it's coming from all these vegetarian. Yes, that's what science say. But do you know what God says? God says He breathed, when He created Adam, He breathed into him. He breathed the breath of life. He breathed into him. And this Adam, this mud became a human being. Do you know where oxygen is coming from? It's coming straight from God Himself. That's the life you're living right now. He breathed into you oxygen. He's breathing to you every single day. Right now, as I'm saying, He's breathing to you. You don't even believe in Him, but He's breathing into you. I'm a sinner. He's breathing into me every time. He does that. And I'm still alive. And yet you believe you're here by coincidence because science cannot prove to you. Get out of here, science. Because even science can work against God. But you know what? I'm never going to let anyone stand against my God, because I know who I am. I am the image of the God-living God. And even up to this moment, He's still breathing into me every single moment, the oxygen. And that oxygen will never go away until He says so. That's why I shared the one video 2 days ago on my channel, Mika Chavara. This is why you should not worry. Because the oxygen you have, no man gave it to you. No man will take it to you, away from you. And even if you're gone today, it's not the end of your life, because there's a life right there. There is a life. Oh, I didn't know that I'm going to end up like this, but I just guess I'm reminding myself. You're not here by mistake. You're not here by coincidence. You're not. You're special. You're wonderful. You're fearful made. And you have to know that. You have to live that. You have to walk with all the pride you have got in this world, because, man, you're not belong to you. Somebody created you. Somebody's still creating you every single day. You know, God is not done with you. God is not done with me. He's creating us every single day. That oxygen. It's not coming from it's not coming from plants. Because keep planting plants, all right? Keep doing that. But that oxygen is coming from Him Himself. When you look at the news, you look at the global warming, you look at what is happening, man, you feel like after 50 years, everybody's going to die in this world. No, nobody's going to die in this world. Should we protect our environment? Yes, at all costs, because God has given us this beautiful world. We have to protect it. We are the one who destroyed it. We have to protect it. It's like you, God has given you that beautiful body and beautiful health, and you constantly smoke, you constantly drink, you constantly live a reckless life, and you expect to live long. You're not going to live long. You're not. I'm sorry. Because you're not cherishing what you've been given. That's the same thing we're doing with the environment. The same thing. And you know what matters is for us to wake up right now and to start acting different. If we truly, Africans, we truly want to see a change, we need to change right now our directions. We need to do. And some of you yet, you still don't understand why we pray every time we begin and every time we end, why we push, pray until something happens. Even after it happens, continue to pray. You still don't understand. Well, let me help you to understand today. It's because without God, there is no me. There is no Africa. There is no anything. God existed before this world began. And he breathed into us the oxygen, and it's breathing every single time. So it's your choice. Abandon the one who gives you oxygen and continue to live your life. Don't believe in the one who provided for you everything that you have right now, even your intelligence and everything, and continue to live your life. It's your choice. That's why I have so much hope for Africa. And that's why I believe in the mission, because it's not my own, it's his. And he won that for Africa. And I'm just here. I'm just a messenger. Guys, I'm just a messenger. Don't think I'm holy. I'm not holy. I'm a sinful. Every single day, I just pray that God will forgive me, will help me to stand. And most of us, all human beings, we are like that. So anyways, let me wrap this up. Bring back what is rightful ours. Hashtag. I don't know why I always come with this long hashtag. Some people that still don't write hashtag One Africa in our generation because they think it's long. You know, I don't even want you guys to write. I'll keep writing it because I believe in it and it's going to happen. And even for this, bring back what is rightful ours, you're going to write a letter. And we're going to bring back. My mission right now, from today, we are going from one after another one to defend the image we're defending right here. Bring back all the heritage of Africa. We're going to bring them back. We're going to bring them back. It's our mission. It's not out of this mission. It's our mission. I didn't even know why we wrote this there. You know, it just sounds cool. Like protect, defend the image and heritage of Africa. Do you know the meaning of heritage? Guys, pray for me. I think from today I've been getting a little sick. I can see my throat a little bit. So remember me in your prayer. But I appreciate, guys. I cannot wait to share with you videos. See my videos from Gonda. The first one I already uploaded. The second one is coming tomorrow. It's an amazing video. The second video is like 31 minutes, but you guys, you have to watch all the minutes. Prepare, have your popcorns today at 2. Today is Sunday already. 2 p.m. afternoon East African time. Take popcorns, take whatever that you have, healthy food. Sit and enjoy, because it's an amazing video. It's an amazing story. It just blew up my mind. It blew up my mind. That's the second episode, the vlog number 70. And then after that, there will be maybe 3 more videos from Fasil Castle. I filmed too much videos today. We stay there for hours. And these are videos like for hours, and I need to edit them. And I feel like maybe I'll have like maybe 3 different episodes from Fasil Castle. But every single video is just so unique. I think this is one of the best. Yeah. I think this is the best videos I've taken so far. I was not the one taking it, so hopefully the footage will be good. But this is the best. It's the best. And you know what I want to do? I just want to release them even without editing it. Just release them. Watch this. But I'll look at them first, because I've been releasing uncut video from the church. I'll release uncut as well. And for this one, I'll see what I can do. But I just want to be clear with the message, man. And yeah. Let me tell you this, guys, that everything, the things I will not, I'm not telling you guys things. You guys, you might think I open so much, but I don't open. I honestly don't open, because what I'm telling you, I'm picking and choose what to tell you. But this is one thing I'll tell you this. I want you guys to have faith in God, not in me. I want you guys to believe in God, not in me. Because I too believe in him. I too have faith in him. And I hope everything that I do, I point you guys to him. When you talk about love, when you talk about peace, when you talk about unity, I hope that I'm pointing you to God. I hope the point of the point of target is not me. It's not me. I hope the point is him. The love, the word full of love, peace, and unity, we might not be able to see it, but that's where we are going. The place where there's a peace, where there's a love, where there's a unity, where there's no more hunger, there's no more death, there's no more quarrels, there's no more cries, there's just celebration. That's where we're heading. That's our home. So what we are doing here with One Africa, we're just preparing the way where we're going home, man. Let it be on earth as it is in heaven. In heaven, there's a peace, there's a love, there's a unit there. And this is heaven right here. This is love. This is what Jesus told disciples, that this is heaven. Heaven is within you. It's right here. Do you remember the Garden of Eden? That was heaven until the man committed sin. Then God, he punished them. But that was heaven. It was here on earth. That's how God designed this world to be. So some of you, you think this is impossible. It's not impossible. We just don't know that this is how world it was created. It's created with full of love, peace, and unity. That's who we are. That's this world. So when we fight for that, we're not fighting for impossibilities. We're fighting for something that is possible, because it was there from the start. It was there at the beginning, and it can be back. And if we're not going to be able to see it with our own eyes, you know what? I'll see it in heaven, because that's where all of us will go. That's where all of us will belong to. And what we're doing right now, we're on that direction. We're walking towards that direction. We have love there, peace and unity. We're working towards there. So don't stop at the middle of the way and say, oh, this is impossible. Come on, we have been fighting for this for a long time. No. I would rather just go back. You go back, you're going to die. Keep going. Keep going. Because if you reach your goals, that means you didn't set them high enough. Actually, that Obama said that. I gotta give him credit. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going, because it is possible. It was once there. And even if we don't reach there, but at least we're going to be close. At least we're not going to kill our people. At least we're not going to see no more death. At least we're going to see maybe lesser death than we see right now. So I believe that with everything I got, because I do believe in God. And he will make it happen. Not me, him. He will make it. It's his job. It's not mine. Me, I'm just a messenger here. Of course, we're putting the work too. So, yeah, I'm putting the work too. That's why I'm here, guys. Yeah. All right, I didn't see any message today. I mean, any comments. And I see there's 97 comments there. So I'm wondering if I should open those comments or not, because I didn't read any message there. You know what? I will not read messages today. So I have no idea what you wrote there. But whatever that you wrote there, I know it's beautiful. All right, guys. I'll pray and I'll be going to try to sleep. It has been hard to sleep, by the way, because where I am here, they're praying every single night. So like night, you hear that sound is people praying. And yesterday I kind of complained in my spirit, like I was complaining. I was like, oh, I cannot sleep. It was 7 a.m. and I couldn't sleep because it's loud, right? It's loud, like you hear everywhere. But then today I was reflecting and I was like, man, I was just such a selfish guy. How can I complain because of the noise of prayer? Very selfish. Very selfish. I need to work on myself too. It's the noise of prayer, guys. Like the matter of fact, I should be waking up and praying as well. Can you imagine like you're sleeping and then somebody's praying all overnight? That's beautiful. So keep disturbing me. Keep disturbing me. I love that noise of beauty. Maybe that's why I have this anointing today. Anyways, guys, let me pray, guys, and I'll let you go. See 99 comments. I appreciate you guys for all the comments that you commented, even though I didn't see them. But I appreciate for all the support, all the love, and everything. Let's bring back what is rightful ours. And please share this video. Share with somebody. This is a special message. It's an exclusive message. So please share it. Share it so that our people may know. Because that's how we can decolonize our mind. Share it. But I got really emotional today. And I'm usually not emotional, but these I think you guys on YouTube, you think that, oh, this guy is very emotional, but it's just because I see things sometimes and I think Africa, it's my calling. So when I see these things, it's just hurting, it's just hurting. I never thought. Sometimes I feel like anyways. God, I thank you for everyone who joined me today. Thank you for this message. It's clearly yours, because honestly, I sounded smart today, and I was wondering why I got so much smart. But it is you who are speaking to us, and I just love the fact that you are still using unqualified men like me to speak this message. So help us to understand. Help us to become one. Help us to love one another. Because what is impossible for a man, it is possible to God. And I have no doubt in you. I can doubt myself, but I don't doubt you. I will never doubt you. Xavier. Thank you, God. Thank you for everybody who joined, everybody who watched, everybody who commented, everybody who did everything. Bless them. For those who are watching now and those who will watch later, bless them, God. And let this message be the anchor. Let this message be the new horizon, the horizon. Let this message be your word. It's your word. So help us, God, to act on it. Thank you. I know Africa has been dismantled for a long time. And even right now, there's a lot of issues going on. Some of us, we're still paying the price of what has been done to our cultures, to this land a long time ago. We're still paying a price until today. Here in Ethiopia, people are still killing each other because of tribalism. Different countries in Africa, in Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, fighting for their country and are dying for that. These are the results of things that happened a long time ago, 60, 50, 70 years ago. But God, this Africa is yours. There's a reason why this is the richest continent in the world. There's a reason why we have everything we got. We have minerals, Congo, the richest country in the world. We have oil. Libya, and some other part of Northern Africa. We have the amazing ancient history, an amazing history that you have never seen before here in Ethiopia and Egypt. There's a reason why the most attraction, like tourist destination in the world are here in Africa, in Tanzania, in South Africa, in Kenya. There's a reason why, and some other parts, guys. There's a reason why we have coffee, amazing coffee here in Ethiopia, in Rwanda, in Tanzania, in Kenya, in South Africa. There's a reason why our country, we have like the biggest number of population. Most of them are under 25 years old. Nigeria, look at that country. So many people all over the world. They're changing the world. This continent is so rich. And it has been dismantled, but still is rich. Awakening our souls. Africa must awake right now. And we must become one and share all this what we have together as a family, because that's who we are. We are a family of 55 different countries, 55 different siblings, and diaspora. I don't forget them. So thank you, God. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen. I'll finish by saying this, that today I was talking to the manager of this hotel, and this is what I told him, that when I came to Ethiopia, and I'll say this openly because I really want to be brutally honest with you guys. All the history I've been seeing, the richness in the culture and history is like no other. I'm Tanzanian. I know my culture to some extent. I know the history is beautiful, amazing history. We're going to learn about that sometimes. But I got to say this, that this place, the history, the richness in history and how deep it goes, it's incredible. It's amazing. And I feel the same thing for Egypt as well. The ancient history. In Africa, when you talk about ancient history, you're not going to, you are going to mention Ethiopia, you're going to mention Egypt, you're going to mention Somalia, you're going to mention these places. And then when you're talking about tourism in Africa, we all got to understand and agree this. You're going to mention Tanzania. You're going to mention Tanzania. No arguments. You're going to mention Kenya. You're going to mention South Africa. When you're talking about economy, you're going to mention Nigeria. You're going to mention South Africa. When you're talking about natural resources, you're going to mention about Congo. You're going to mention about Libya. You're going to mention about Mali. You're going to mention about pretty much all the countries in Africa. When you're talking about population, you're going to mention about Nigeria. You're going to mention about Ethiopia. You're going to mention about, Sudan, Egypt, Congo, and all these countries. You're going to mention about Tanzania. My point is this. In Africa, we have everything. That's why we are fighting for one Africa, because if we have one Africa, I'm telling you, when you want to learn about the ancient history of Africa, of course, we all have different history. We all do have in every country. We cannot disregard that. But I think the center of the history of Africa, it will be Egypt and Ethiopia and Somalia. I think those are places would be. This is just my opinion, right? And when you're talking about tourism, I think the focus, if we'll have the offices or the headquarters, will be in Tanzania, Kenya, South Africa. We're talking about economy, you're going to have to put in Nigeria. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you're talking about natural resources, you're going to have to put in Congo, Central Africa. When you're talking about oil, you're going to have to go to Northern Africa. even Western Africa, Nigeria as well. Do you understand what I'm saying? Imagine we have one Africa. Imagine we support, we help each other, and we stand for each other, with each other. Imagine. Imagine. What I'm trying to say is every single country in Africa is important. There's no country in Africa that is more important than others. I know some of you are feeling that here in Swahili Nation, we think Ethiopia is more important than any other countries out there. You're wrong. That's not what I think. And hey, surprise, I'm not Ethiopian. I'm an African. Okay. I always say I'm Ethiopian because I'm an African, but my point, you get my point. What I'm trying to say is every single country in Africa is important. The focus is here right now because this is the reason why. Because Ethiopia is the mother of Africa. Everybody, you guys, you know this. If Ethiopia is the mother of Africa, think about the mother, what mother goes through. I've spoken about some children are coming because they think I'm in their mistake because of all these issues that I've spoken about. But also think about the typical families we used to have, that mom does everything and daddy just goes to work and then come back, provide money. That's it. Mom will cook, mom will wash dishes, mom will clean the house, mom will go to fetch water, mom will take care of the kids, mom will do everything. I don't believe that today. Today, we do, all of us, we do. I do, you do. I'll cook you food, you cook me food too. That's what I believe. Right now, that's what I do believe. But think about what mama goes through. All these issues, plus bearing a child for 9 months. And after 9 months, start taking care of babies again for a couple years until that baby can take care of themselves. You see how many trauma mama goes through. Some of our moms, they're even having depression because of the pregnancy trauma they have. My point is this. Ethiopia is the mother of Africa. It gave birth to so many countries in Africa that receive independence. Mother, as a mother, the mother right now is going through trauma and troubles. For so long, Ethiopia has been going through traumas. And it makes sense because it's the mother of Africa. But you know, when mother is sick, what do babies do? They all stand together. They fight to make sure that mama is stable. To make sure that mama is stable. That's why we launched One Africa in Ethiopia. That's why our focus has been in Ethiopia. That's why I started my mission here in Ethiopia. Because mama is in trouble. And we got to protect mama. Mama is going through trauma. As a daddy, so what does it make to other countries? That means other countries, their daddy, other countries, their kids, you know what I'm saying? So if mama is going through trouble, then what happens? Kids, you have to wash dishes. You have to take care of other kids. Kids, you have to clean the house. You have to fetch water. And that's what we're doing for Ethiopia. Because it's the mama of Africa. And we have to make sure that mama is coming back strong. We have to make sure that mama is standing strong. Because if the mama is strong, children will be strong. We'll have a milk to drink. Oh. We'll have a food on the table. Because mama knows how to make food. Mama knows you can eat all the food from the best chefs in the world, but the food from mama, even if your mama don't know how to cook, but you know it. It's beautiful food. It's delicious food. It can be beautiful too. It's beautiful food and delicious food because mama knows how to take care of babies. She knows how to take care of them because she was taking care of them for 9 months. That's why Ethiopia is peace. It's peace for Africa. On the opposite side, mama, you have to take care of your kids. Ethiopia, you have to take care of Africa. So some of you might not be interested when I talk about other countries because actually it's true. Brutally honest with you, in 2022, it's true. Every time we're talking about different topics here, different countries, mama is not interested. So mama, you're literally abandoning your kids. How do you expect? Do you want them to be homeless? Do you want them to be beggars? Don't abandon your kids. Mama, you have responsibility to take. The true mama, even when they're sick, man, they're still taking care of babies. They know that I gotta be strong for my babies because if I'm not strong, my babies are gonna be in trouble. That mama's heart. Mama don't look down on kids. Mama don't think that, oh, I'm better than you because you're kids. No. Mama lives for their kids. She is ready to die protecting the kids. That's the mama. Oh, you all thought I'm going to let you go through. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'll touch everywhere. I'm done. I love you guys. Good night.